Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of our new format. I don't know what it is. Just stick with us. Anyways, today's video is going to be about traveling with your kid, business class versus economy. Is it worth it? Is it not?
Is it?
Is it? Roll the intro.
Onto your coats and jackets.
Okay, so we just got back from our trip to the Philippines. Last minute trip. It was kind of fun. But we had the opportunity this time to travel business class. And I should say business class on the way there and economy on the way back. So we decided, why not pay attention to how it is having the baby travel with us. First time that she went on a big journey, right? And see if there really is a difference as far as the kids go for business versus economy, right? So first up is obviously the cost, right?
Yeah. It was it's like 50% more. No.
No, like 3 times
Yeah.
more, probably, right? What's your average business class ticket like?
At least 5K.
5K probably?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Round trip.
Round trip, and then
So yeah. Probably.
yeah. Well, even one way, it's like not that far off, right?
Yeah.
And then for economy, they're probably around $1,500 round trip. One way, slightly less. So there's a big difference in cost, obviously, right? And as far as the kid goes, like she doesn't care, she's not paying, right?
Yeah.
So, but for us, I mean, if you have the budget for it, it's not an issue. But it could potentially eat into your vacation budget. And cause you to not do some things that maybe you wanted to do at your destination, right?
Yeah.
But if you consider the travel part of your vacation, then it might be worth it, right? And maybe for some reasons we might get on into like later on, you might take that into consideration as well, right? Yeah. So space. Let's talk about space. If you guys have traveled before, most likely your first travel experience, whatever, was in economy. This was actually our first experience in business class, and it was on Delta.
Oh, mind you, I had business class before.
True. That was not your first time experience.
Yeah, no.
But your first time actually realizing that you're in business class, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first plane experience, we got bumped into, me and my brothers got bumped into business class, and we thought that was normal life.
So this is what air travel is. Yeah, this is the normal, the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first time, so we were on Delta Airlines, their Polaris business class, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. So we took the middle 2 seats. The configuration is a 1-2-1. We were sitting in the middle, which gave us kind of there's 2 different styles in the middle. You either get pointed in where your feet are kind of in the same direction, or you get pointed out where your backs are kind of like your shoulders are more together.
Yeah, but the ones that are pointed in, it's closer. So we that's what we picked, right?
No, we did the backs.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
I think so.
No.
I can't remember now.
Oh yeah, because our feet are facing
Kind of
on the aisle.
But they're kind of straight. But
Yeah. Okay.
So the ones where your shoulders are closer, you get more. There's like a counter between you and the aisle. So that's what we chose, because if you pick the other way, your seat is more like sitting right into the aisle.
No, the counters, the one we chose, our counters are on the aisle. the one we chose,
Yeah.
so the ones we chose, the counters are on the aisle,
Yeah.
and then the one that's between us is like a up and down board. That you can just press the button and it goes up and down for privacy. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a smaller distance between the seats. The ones that we didn't pick, there's a greater distance between
Yeah,
the
because
seats.
the counters are in the middle.
Yeah, but it feels like you're sitting on the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we picked that. So each one of them is kind of like a little. I mean, I wouldn't say suites because there are actually suites on different airlines, but it feels like yeah, you get your own little cubby. So in terms of space, I felt like Nana had lots of space.
Yeah, actually, me and Nana fit in like the whole one bed, right? Well, you too. You're bigger, like you're wider than me.
Yeah,
And,
I was.
Nana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Nana fit.
Yeah, well, I was able to like sleep with her. We put the beds down flat, and I laid on my side where she laid flat, and we could lay together, not a problem. Yeah, so we'll talk about the sleeping a little bit on, but the space was kind of nice, just knowing that like having leg room when you're trying to like wrestle with your kid or something, it just being able to move was way nicer instead of just trying to like wrangle her in when you're stuck fixed in one position, because kids aren't like that. Obviously they're not just fixed in a position, they'll kind of move all over the place. So it was nice for that reason. And almost if entirely like you're doing it just for foot space, like
Yeah.
leg space.
Yeah. And when Nana was like bored on your side, it was just easy for her to like hop on my side, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we could and we did do that in economy as well. Like your seats are beside each other. It's easy just to pass her back and forth.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Um,
So this is like a 14-hour flight, right?
yeah, it was 14 hours.
Yeah, it was actually longer going to the Philippines, Vancouver to Manila, but it was only like a couple hours shorter going back. But we took the economy class going back, so it took longer. It felt like it was a longer
A
flight.
long time.
Yeah.
Actually, our flight was San Francisco to Manila, right?
Oh yeah, so from Vancouver, yeah.
So we had business class our entire journey, going to the Philippines, which started in Victoria. So Victoria to Vancouver, Vancouver to San Francisco, and then a few months ago, Delta started offering a nonstop journey between San Francisco and Manila.
Yeah.
So we were able to hop on that flight, which was nice. No long stops in Hong Kong, no long stops in Korea, right?
Yeah.
So it was quite nice that way. Now the space and economy.
Yeah.
Actually, as far as the kid goes, I think it was the same.
Yeah. We purchased 3 seats, and it was aisle seats, it was the middle seats, so that was my first time actually flying international, like at least 10-hour flight. That the configuration was 242
242.
with Delta, right?
Yeah.
Usually it's 343.
Yeah.
So we prefer the window side, but because the configuration is 242, we couldn't pick the window side because there are only 2 people and we purchased 3 seats. So we took the middle one, and so it was Phil, Nana, and me. Nana was in the middle the whole time.
Yeah, and then a rando in the end.
Yeah, and he was sleeping the whole time. Right?
Yeah, he was. He was like an old guy, just like sleeping.
So so it was pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Because international flights have actually like a
They
lot
give you a
more
little
leg
bit more
room
room.
than
Yeah.
like just domestic flights, right? Where
Yes.
your knees will hit your next
Because they're trying to
like
cram
the
in
seat-
those like
yeah,
extra row or two
in front
right?
of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was actually not bad. I had except before we flew a lot of economy before, and it was just the 2 of us, and we're totally fine, right?
Yeah.
This time, because our flight started, it was not a red eye flight, no.
Not going back, no.
No, it started at 5 o'clock. So Nana wasn't. So when we started our business class flight, it was already at midnight. So Nana was. It was business class. She was already super tired because it's bedtime. So she slept almost the entire flight, like right away when we board the plane. But economy class, we started at 5 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
in the afternoon. So she wasn't tired. She's not ready for bed.
Yeah.
So she was fussy in the first 2-3 hours.
3 hours. The first 3 hours were kind of like
And
torture.
then we were trying, like, we tried to like just for Nana to go to bed, so she can have like the whole seat with her. It just converted into a like a bed for her, right? The seat is big enough for her to be a bed. For her, what? The seat is big enough. I can't find my words here. So that the chair can be her bed. Yeah, there you go. And then, but me and Phil were like just sitting.
Yeah, because obviously we can't like lay back or something in economy, right?
So she kept looking at us like it's not bedtime. Like,
yeah. So even though she was tired, she was like fighting it. And then she was looking at us like, well, you guys are staying awake and watching TV, right? Whereas in business class, we were able to like lay the seat down.
Yeah.
We had blankets, we had seat covers, so it looked like a bed,
Yeah.
right? And the blankets were very nice too.
Yeah, the economy had blankets too.
Well, yeah, but they're just like, just shit economy.
Yeah, well, they had blankets. Nana don't know what kind of blankets there are in business class or economy.
Right, but my point being is the one they give you in business class, they look like what we have at home. Right? It looks like
Our camping blankets.
it looks like
The polyester.
no, I mean it looks like real linens, right? Like
The one in business class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bed, they give you like a seat cover that's like a mattress. It's
Yeah.
white, and then they give you like a duvet. It's like fluffy. It's white. The pillows are fluffy and white, right?
Yeah.
So it looks like a bed. So when you lay her down, she's like, oh, I get it. But yeah, in economy, she's just kind of like, but I just want to sit up and watch TV. She just had major FOMO. So it was definitely harder to get her to sleep.
Yeah, until like she was super tired and couldn't resist it anymore. She fell asleep.
Yeah, so we ended up like just laying her down on the seat. So she laid across the seat, like her head towards me,
Yeah.
feet towards you. But then, so here's another difference with the space, business versus economy. In business, we didn't really see our neighbors. It almost
Yeah.
feels like you don't have neighbors.
Yeah.
You get walls and everything, right? But in economy, the people behind us, even like when it came to be like overnight section where the flight crew turn off the lights and stuff, they kept their lights on, like their little personal lights. They kept those lights on,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, fine. Everybody is entitled to that. But it's not like they were reading books or anything either.
Yeah.
They were just watching TV.
So their light, even though it's facing them, it keeps shining on us still. So
Yeah.
it was like harder for Nana to fall asleep.
Yeah, because
But
those
anyways,
lights.
yeah, they're still entitled to.
Yeah, those lights like
Their
hit
lights.
like the row in front of you, the row behind
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
right? It's not like just whatever. So we ended up having to use one of the blankets
like,
and
just
build
like
her
the-
like a little fort,
Yeah.
right? To take that
Yeah.
light off of her, because when she's laying on her back looking up, there's a light right in her face.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing that, and it was a bit of an ordeal, but not ordeal. It was a little bit of it.
It was inconvenient for us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
inconvenient, but not really like whatever.
Yeah.
As a parent, you do what you got to do to get your kid to go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
But an inconvenience, great way to put it. Okay, now for the food, business versus economy,
Yeah.
as it relates to Nana, as it relates to kids or whatever. It's nice in business class that you can order food whenever you want.
Yeah.
Right? So there's like there's a fixed menu that they bring out to you at the standard intervals, but there's also like a snack menu where you can order hot food whenever you want. And obviously, if you're traveling with kids or whatever, you're not following your daily set at-home schedule,
Yeah.
right?
And
you-
especially for a kid like Nana's age who doesn't understand yet like
what's going on?
what's a no and a yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They do understand and there's a no and a yes, but it's hard like at this stage we're still trying to explain what is a no and a yes, right? If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, it's a yes, and we have to wait if it's a no. But this age it's like it's hard. So when she's hungry and she tells you she's hungry,
Yeah,
she's
she's
hungry
right now. I'm hungry right now.
there's no waiting.
Yeah. So, with her sleeping and all that kind of stuff, like, we could just not worry about it, have her sleep, and then when she wakes up and she's hungry, just order food, which we did. We got her like a grilled cheese, which is it was pretty good, and
And
she
there's like
enjoyed
a
it.
cheese snacky.
Yeah, there's like cheese platters and stuff
Yeah,
like
and there's
that.
like a buffet of snacks in there where like there's bananas, fruits,
pies,
peanuts.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So right at the front, like the staff go to do their thing. Yeah, there was a whole tray there, which was nice. You can get that anytime you wanted. So that was really nice. Versus economy, where you can't be that flexible with your kid. We did take some stuff and we stashed it away if it came with a meal, or we brought our own food, which is pro tip there, right? If you're gonna take a long journey, always bring your own snacks, because we bought like a thing of rice crackers,
Yeah.
like the thin ones, and that saved us for any time she was kind of acting up in the airport, on the plane.
Yeah.
It was something that she could snack on. It tasted good. It's relatively healthy, and it took her a while to eat it because she doesn't have molars yet.
Yeah.
So she just have to like bite off little pieces with the front teeth and just kind of like soak it down.
Yeah.
So that really saved us. But as for the quality of the food, I don't think she cared either way.
No, I didn't care either way too.
Yeah.
Although the business class food was definitely better than the economy food, but
Yeah.
it wasn't really a.
We'll show you guys like in a side by side right here, so you guys can see the difference between business and economy. But I mean, it's not like our favorite food from a restaurant we're choosing to go to, right? So you get what you get, and it's nice to have some food in the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think like if you're in an international flight and then the flight is like an Asian flight, and then you're given an option whether it's a Western or like Asian food.
Pick the Asian food.
Always pick the Asian food.
100% of the time.
Yeah. Western is
Yeah.
like get a scrambled egg usually, right? Scrambled egg. It's not very good.
Yeah, and I don't know if they use
It's like
real egg or
powdered
something, but
milk.
it feels like powdered eggs.
Every time we pick Western food
Yeah.
for like breakfast,
Yeah.
and then because you want to eat egg, it just feels like
Yeah.
powdered.
Like something you get in a mess hall, something
So
like that.
if there's an option between Western Asian food and international Asian flight,
Yeah.
pick the Asian
Pick
food.
the Asian option,
Yeah.
always, yeah. So at this point, we kind of like laid out what we thought about, what we noticed our child was kind of like paying attention to, and was kind of like into or not into, or differences that we saw that it made in her. So I guess we'll just leave you guys with our final thoughts. Is it worth it? I'll ask you the question first. Is it worth it to buy business class tickets when you're on a long haul flight with a baby?
If you have money, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But it's still doable. Even like you can make it happen. Even like in a economy flight. But you just have to. I think you just have to be strategic. You can make anything happen. But in order for it to be less stressful,
Yeah.
you have to be strategic about it, right? So if you're in a 14-hour, more than 10-hour flight like us in an economy flight,
Yeah.
a tip would be to book your flights like red-eye flights that starts like in the evening when your baby is sleeping. But it's not going to be good for everyone, because maybe their babies are very sensitive to when they're sleeping. They can't sleep when there's other people around, so it doesn't work,
Then it
right?
doesn't really matter.
And Nana is like that. We trained her, like we sleep trained her, so she doesn't really fall asleep when other people are around or when we're around in the bedroom. But this flight,
Well,
I guess when they're tired, they're tired.
Well, yeah. I mean, if people are around, she doesn't settle down nicely. But noise doesn't bother her
Yeah.
if she's sleeping. We literally had a rock concert happen right outside her window when we were in the Philippines,
Oh yeah.
and she slept through the entire thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So my final thoughts: business versus economy, traveling with a kid. I don't think it makes too much of a difference
yeah.
for the kid, honestly. But I did find that it made a big difference for us.
Yeah, it's for the parents, yeah.
in the quality of like rest and comfort you have when you have to deal with your child.
Yeah, yeah,
That made a big difference.
yeah.
But yeah, so if you have the cash, do it. Or if you have the credit card points or whatever, do it, but don't spend all of your vacation budget on business class tickets,
Yeah.
right? If you're on a budget, perhaps just fly economy.
And it's
Still, you're gonna get there, and it's gonna be
not
relative.
bad. It's not bad.
It's gonna be relatively the same,
Yeah.
right? It'll be a little more uncomfortable, whatever. But just sleep well the night before you travel, or try to,
Yeah.
and then you should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. This is kind of our new format, so things will change a little bit with our next videos. But let us know down below in the comments what your thoughts are. Business versus economy. Have you traveled with your kid in either of those classes? Which one do you prefer? Which one would you recommend? We definitely love to hear your thoughts and feelings. And we'll see you on the next one.